Hey guys, Vincent Rose here, H2G Fitness, coming to you from behind the wheel of my car. I hope everybody's having an incredible day today. I have actually already recorded a video earlier today, which I just put up, or earlier tonight, which I just put up on fasted cardio. And after I had posted that, I had a buddy of mine, Facebook friend of mine, never met him before, but a guy I know from Facebook, Tim Fernandez, that asked me what my take was on something. So, being that I'm a night owl, I'm not tired, and I can save myself some work tomorrow, I figured I'd go ahead and record the video now and go ahead and answer it. So, anyhow, he asked me about reverse dieting, what my take is on it, and what I do with my clients from a standpoint of implementing it with them. So, just to throw out some information first, because some of you guys probably don't know what reverse dieting is, why to use it, why is it necessary. The way dieting works is this. You have a maintenance level of calories, and in order for you to be able to decrease body fat, you have to create a caloric deficit. The way that you do this, I named in the last video, you're either going to decrease calories, increase activity through cardio or resistance training, or assist with a fat burner. And here's what happens. You have to understand, after you've created this caloric deficit, whatever it might be, if you stay at this caloric deficit for a period of time, eventually your body will adapt. Your metabolism, let's just use simple math, your maintenance level is 2,500, you drop your calories to 2,000 a day, and you start eating 2,000 a day, you're tracking it, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. If you stay there long enough, your metabolism is going to readjust. It's going to recalibrate to 2,000 calories until eventually 2,000 calories is going to become your maintenance level, and this is when you will plateau. This is the reason why dieters plateau all the time. Once that happens, you only have two options. You can either decrease calories again, or you can increase activity, or do a combination of the both. So let's say you decrease again. Now you put your calories to 1,700. You stay there long enough, you're going to plateau, your metabolism is going to readjust, and then you're hosed. You got two choices. You can either decrease calories, increase activity, until eventually at the very end of your cut, the very end of you hitting your weight loss goal, your body fat percentage goal, whatever it might be, by the time you're done with this process and you hit your goal, your calories are going to be at their lowest and your metabolism is going to be operating at its lowest. And if you do this long enough, or if you're a competitive bodybuilder, physique competitor, figure, bikini, whatever it might be, and you're doing multiple shows throughout the year, and if you do that long enough for an extended period of years, you're going to create a situation where you're so metabolically damaged, it's going to take a while to repair it. So with that being said, what's my take on reverse dieting? I needed to give some background information first to tell you why it's necessary. At the end of your cut, at the end of you losing weight, your metabolism is going to be operating very, 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 very low. So let's just say, you know, at the end of your cut, you're taking in 1,500 calories a day. This is where your metabolism is performing. This is where your new maintenance level is. Meaning if you eat above 1,500 calories, guess what? You start gaining weight. Not a fun place to be, but it's necessary to get the job done. So with that being said, once your diet is over and you're no longer concerned with the cutting of body fat, you're where you want to be, you've done your show, or summertime is over, right, and it's time to go back into a bulking phase, or you just want to go to a maintenance level, it's time to increase your calories. Now, if you increase calories too fast, you are going to start putting on fat so freaking quick, it'll make your head spin. Why? Because if you were eating 1,500 calories, that's your maintenance level, and then all of a sudden you bump it back up to what your maintenance level was, all the way back up to 2,500 calories, you are now in a 1,000 calorie surplus a day. Here's what I guarantee you. It takes a 3,500 calorie surplus for you to gain a pound of fat. So congratulations, you're going to gain a pound of fat every 4 days. Roughly 2 pounds of fat a week because you jumped your calories up too quick. So what's the answer? The answer is reverse dieting. I'm finally getting to the point of this video. The answer is reverse dieting. My take on it, Tim, is from what I've studied, what I've practiced, and what I've had clients do in the past, is you want to begin to raise calories, but you want to do it slowly. Getting really advanced with you guys. I'm giving away a lot of information for free right now. In the setting of well, I'll try to keep it toned down a little bit. I don't want to give away all the secrets, but in the counting of calories, you're also going to be tracking your macros. meaning there's going to be a certain amount of protein, fats, and carbs. You're going to have a protein goal, fat goal, and a carb goal that you're hitting each and every day. So whenever you start increasing your calories, your protein's not going to change much. Your fat's not going to change much. Those are pretty much, fats will tweak a little bit, but your proteins and your fats, they're going to stay pretty consistent as far as how many grams you're taking in a day. The macronutrient you're really going to start to tweak is going to be your carbohydrate level. Okay, so if I'm reverse dieting myself, what I'll do is, you know, I will increase my carbohydrates from somewhere between 10 to 25 carbohydrates a day. And I'll do that for a week, and then I'll pay attention to the scale, and I'll see how fast it is or isn't going up. If I increase 25 carbs a day, which one carbohydrate is equivalent to 4 calories. So if I increase 25 carbohydrates, I've increased my calories by 100 a day. I went from 1,500 to 1,600 a day. I'm in a 100 calorie caloric surplus at this point. If I do that and I start putting on weight too fast, then I'll start taking in an extra 10 to 15 grams of carbohydrates a day as opposed to 25. If I do 25 and I'm gaining weight at a decent pace, no big deal, then I'll keep it there. And then after a week, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, anywhere from a week to 2 weeks, I will increase the carbohydrates by 25 again. So now instead of 1,600 calories, I'm at 1,700 calories. I'll monitor the scale, make sure I'm not gaining too fast. Then I'll bump it 25 again, which will be 100 calories, which will put me at 1,700. Saying that right? 1,700. Monitor it for a week to 2, bump it by 25, 1,800, monitor it for a week to 2, bump it by 25, 1,900. And what you will do is through this process, and some might take a more aggressive approach than that, in other words, a faster approach, you might increase calories quicker. I'm just telling you what I do. You will be able to walk your metabolism back up to where it was without gaining a significant amount of fat in the process of doing, because you're giving your metabolism a chance to adjust, right? You put it at 1,600, it starts adapting. You put it at 1,700, it starts adapting. You put it at 1,800, it starts adapting. As opposed to going from 1,500 all the freaking way to 2,500, your metabolism has absolutely no time to adjust, and you just start storing fat, right? You do it in a slower manner through the increase of tweaking your carbohydrates. Your body has a chance to adjust to what you're doing. Your metabolism has a chance to adjust to what you're doing, and you can walk yourself back up to your maintenance level of calories. You will gain some body fat, there's no doubt. You will gain some weight, there's no doubt about it, no big deal. But instead of just, bam, man, ballooning back up, which is what happens with most people after a diet because they don't know this process, they end up having that yo-yo effect, right? They lose a bunch of weight, but then they gain it back, and not only do they gain it back, they gain back more than what they had originally lost, because now, instead of just eating too much food, they're eating too much food, but their maintenance level was even lower than what it used to be. So they're putting on more freaking weight than what they ever did. So getting on a little bit of a tangent, but I hope some of this stuff makes sense. And I mean, this is the reason why people hire dietitians, to have them do their meal plans for them and monitor it. There's a process to it that if you're not familiar with it, it's worth spending the money to have somebody help you with it. B, there's a psychological aspect to this that even people that have been competing for a long period of time that know their stuff need to hire a prep coach, at least for competitive bodybuilders. They hire prep coaches. They already know the information, but they will still hire a prep coach to do their diet for them just so they don't have to mentally be attached to it. Because, I mean, and this is getting to people that get in crazy low body fat percentages. Your mind's going to start playing tricks on you, man. It's just not normal to get down to 3% body fat. Your body does not naturally want to do that. And so to take your brain out of the game, you'll hire a prep coach that will tweak your macronutrients for you, set your goals for you, so that way you can take your brain out of the game, so to speak, when it comes to your diet, and you can just focus in on your training, which is a lot easier to do than sometimes in the diet. So anyhow, a little bit long-winded. Hope that answered the question. Hope that answered the question for a lot of you guys. Metabolic damage and or metabolic adaptation is a very real thing. If you're not aware of it, it is real. If you don't have it working for you, meaning you're not doing it in a manner that you're under control of it, is 100% going to work against you for sure. So with that being said, guys, I probably raised more questions than I answered. If so, comment section down below, comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, ideas, any of these things, please leave them. If the video helped in any way, and if you'd like to like and or share it, go ahead and do so. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I will encourage you to do so. So with that, Vincent Rose, H2G Fitness, the future is bright, something good is happening. You guys be blessed. Bye.